There's no place like home, but sometimes it's fun to live like a local somewhere else. So let's explore what that would be like if you were to temporarily move to Asia. First things first, you need a place to stay. In many Asian countries, it's common for families to live in multi-generational households. So, unless you find a really unique Airbnb, you'll probably be staying in a smaller space than you're used to. Here in the US, it's common for young adults to move out of their parents' house and into their own apartment or house, usually with their significant other. In Asia, it's more common for adult children to stay at home and even for grandparents to move in with their adult children and grandchildren. This way of living has its benefits. For example, someone is always around to help take care of the kids. And since everyone is together all the time, it's easy to share meals and family chores. Of course, this means that you have less privacy, but that's just part of living in a different culture. When it comes to sleeping arrangements, you may not have your own bedroom either. In some Asian countries, it's common for people to sleep in the same bed. In other countries, it's common for families to sleep on the floor. Many Asian families will roll up their blankets and bedding during the day so they can use the floor space for other activities. At night, they'll lay out their bedding and sleep directly on the floor. You may not be able to avoid sleeping on the floor, but you can always avoid sleeping in the same bed as someone else by offering to sleep on a futon or air mattress. Speaking of sleeping, you won't want to forget your mosquito net. Mosquitoes can carry deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus. So it's important to take precautions. Most people in Asia have a mosquito net over their bed to keep them safe while they sleep. You should probably do the same. In many Asian countries, the main meal of the day is eaten at noon. After that, there's usually a smaller dinner later in the evening. If you're staying with an Asian family, they may ask you to eat with them. When you eat with Asian families, there are some things you should know. First, you should never stick your chopstick straight up in a bowl of rice. That looks like a funeral in China. Also, never pass food with two hands. Instead, use one hand to pass food from the left and the other to receive it with the right. It's also considered rude to pour your own drink or serve food to yourself. In some cultures, you must pour the water with two hands for others. If you're invited to someone's home for dinner, you should bring a gift. A bottle of wine or liquor is always appreciated, as is a box of chocolates or other sweets. Fresh flowers are also a nice touch. Now let's talk about how to get around. In many Asian countries, it's common for families to use bicycles or ride-sharing services to get around. Cars are expensive to buy and maintain, not to mention the hassle of finding parking. Plus, traffic can be bad in many cities. So it's no wonder that many people opt for more environmentally friendly and cost-effective ways of getting around. That said, if you're visiting from the US, you might not be used to riding a bike or using public transportation. So you might want to stick to taxis or ride-sharing services. If you do end up taking a taxi, be prepared to negotiate. Taxis don't have meters, so you'll need to agree on a price before you get in. It's also customary to tip taxi drivers, but you can usually get away with tipping less if you don't have any cash by offering to pay with a credit card instead. Let's hope you didn't run into any stray animals while walking around, because if you did, you may be in trouble. It's common for street vendors and shop owners to chase away stray animals so they don't steal food or bother customers. If you see a stray animal, it's best to ignore it or walk away slowly. Don't try to pet it or feed it, and definitely don't try to take it home with you. So now you know what to expect when you visit. All that's left to do is pack your bags and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.